Hey, this is Ross Payne with Role Playing Public Radio. We're playing Blades in the Dark, The Blind Eyes, Session 2. In the last session, the Blind Eyes found a hidden artifact that several factions were fighting over, and they sold it. And they made some money. So, good for them. They made some friends. They made some enemies. The grinders don't like them. And as we were picking up, Salty, the group's spider, overindulged a bit at the brothel. Yeah. So he ran into some trouble. So I'm just going to say the entanglement that you have to deal with right now, Salty, is that the grinders, some of them found you at the brothel, and they're looking to put the boots to you. So there's a skinny one and a big one. The grinders, by the way, are a gang of dock workers and Leviathan, blood refinery workers, turned, criminals, nasty sort of a group of people. And you kind of screwed them over last time. So they're looking to get even because you're alone. So Salty, we'll say we're setting the scene in the which brothel were you going to? Who is your purveyor?
The name of it. It's the one that Flake Ghost works for.
Okay.
The Red Lamp.
The Red Lamp. So you're in the main hall of the Red Lamp. It is, we'll say, probably people have been clearing out for a while. It's not super crowded, but there's always some people there lounging about, smoking various drugs, sort of just recovering, relaxing, before they go upstairs to indulge themselves. But you've dressed and you're on your way out when the two grinders walk in and they recognize you as, "Oh, you're one of them blind eye bastards. Come here now, or don't make us chase you, or we'll break your knees along with everything else." So, what do you do?
You know who I am?
Oh, we've got an eye on you. We ain't blind like you. The tall skinny one says, and the larger meteor one, shorter but meteor one, sort of chuckles at that. Yeah. Oh, don't think you're invisible. After what you pulled, people got their eye on you. People been watching. So just come along nicely. We'll just teach you a lesson. We won't make it fatal like. We want you to send a message to others to not mess with us again.
I put my hands up to look like I'm like, okay, fine. But I'll use my concealed palm pistol to shoot the guy that's talking to me.
All right. You can roll. I would think skirmish might be allowed. Skirmish or wreck.
I hope it's skirmish.
Yeah. Let me look at the
hunt. Guns.
Yeah, because I thought wreck was more like destroying
hunt
things.
Is
or
guns. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, skirmish.
Wait, why would it be skirmish?
Oh, sorry. Wreck is guns.
Hunt.
Okay, hunt. All right, yeah, hunt would work. Let's see here. If you're just palming a pistol and shooting quickly, finesse would work to just kind of not cause the distraction and try and get away.
I'm trying to shoot him.
Okay, let's see here. Skirmish is close entangling target. When you skirmish someone, it's a fight. You're attacking, defending. Blah blah blah. So, I mean, yeah, we'll say this is risky. But I lost skirmish this time. Hunt is, picking a fight. Well, yeah, skillful execution. Blah, blah, blah. Sniping at people. There's no shoot action by default. So, yeah, I would define this as a skirmish. You're kind of both a bit surprised at each other.
Okay, so this would be, instead of 2 in skirmish, it's 2d6?
Yep. Now, you can also spin stress to add a bonus die. You can also make a devil's bargain to get another dice. We'll go with the first one.
Why did it do that?
That's a good question. It rolled twice. We'll go with the first one. So it's a partial success, not a full success. Let's see here. I'll say it's reduced effect. You shoot the guy. He is wounded, but he's not out. And which one were you aiming at, the tall one or the meteor one?
Whoever was talking to me.
The tall one. So you shoot him. He staggers back. He's stunned, but he's not out. and the meteor one starts running at you. He's barreling towards you, more like a gorilla than a human. But people start screaming, getting out of the way. They're getting closer.
This?
Give me roll a d6, just a luck roll, to see if you're in the neighborhood.
Well, I said I was indulging. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Then, well, let's roll d6, see how quickly you hear it.
Seems like it's going to roll twice every time.
Yeah.
That might be an issue.
All right, we'll go with the first roll every time. So, I don't know, I guess there's two of these, but no, it's just the one.
Yeah, they're doing it on the other one too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Yeah. So in this case, we'll say we'll go with we'll stick to dice rolling and channel and go with the first roll. So in this case, you do hear you're nearby, so you're able to intercede.
All right, I will go out front.
Okay.
And, join the skirmish.
Okay.
With my chimney paws.
Okay. Well, you can use Wreck if you're just getting up close and trying to fist fight the guy. But yeah.
Yeah. I will use either. Whatever you want.
All right. Wreck works.
So I am at 3d6 with my weapon, and I will spend 2 stress to get an extra die. Is that how it works?
Yep.
Gotta find myself a pencil. Sorry, everyone.
No worries.
I don't know where my pencil
It's
went.
fine.
Anyway, I'll do it later. So 46.
Mm-hmm.
Give me 1 second. First one would be 2 4.
Partial. Yeah.
Yeah.
So with that, you get stuck in with the guy. So reduced effect. So you're at a standstill. He's also a big swole guy. So you're fully salty. What are you going to do? The tall one is staggered but recovering. The meteor one is now wrestling around with Flake. They're rolling around. What do you want to do?
Where are we exactly in relation?
You're in the sort of like, it's like the main hall of the red lamp brothel.
Boudoir. Yeah.
Yeah. So imagine kind of like a bar / drugged in. There are stairs leading to various private rooms upstairs and below. And there's various ways out, but there's a bar counter. There's, a fireplace. Yeah.
Is there like a candlestick or something I can grab to brain the guy recovering?
Yeah. You grab a candlestick. And yeah, this would be skirmish as well. This is also risky.
I guess we're taking the first one, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I got a 5.
All right. So partial success. You brain him, but he, let's see. I would say he manages to claw at your face as you brain him, giving you a minor wound. But you manage to knock him out or leave him on the ground bleeding. You don't know if he's dead or alive. Meanwhile, Flake, you're still wrestling with the guy.
I will fight again.
Okay.
So it doesn't matter for Caleb because I think his stats are the same, but
yeah,
like Aaron was saying, I misspoke last week. Wreck is really like destroying items and stuff, and skirmish is like always meleeing people.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, wreck is things like breaking down doors. I have a 6 in the first one. We're going with the first one, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. You are you trying to kill him or knock him out?
Did I hear him come in?
Yeah. Yeah.
And make the blind comment?
Yeah, you heard the whole time.
All right. I use my chimney paws to blind him.
Okay.
I just horrifically and very publicly slash his eyes out.
Won't need eyes.
All right. So y'all at -3 status with the grinders. They really fucking hate you now. But you maim 2 of their fighters and they don't like you. But you get out of that entanglement. So in terms of other entanglements, so that was Salty's bad luck for...
I am a good bodyguard, no?
My hero, Flake.
That is, I think I deserve praise. This is just me, but...
Well, check your raise. I got a bonus in their pocket somewhere.
Oh yeah, you
yes.
if you pat them down,
the man
you
has
find
dropped something. It's like
you
reverse alms. The blind donate to me.
Between the two of them, you find one coin, a coin purse. So
I'll take it.
Yep.
I like the idea that he's found one coin and you just have to saw it in half.
Mm-hmm. All right, so now I rolled a 3 on the. So you have entanglement between scores, and I rolled a 3, which is gang trouble or the usual suspects. So we'll just make this an ongoing thing. You know, pit for pat. They find one of your cohort.
It's either Stradler or Waldorf. We only have 2 guys.
Yeah, Waldorf. They find Waldorf, and they break his leg. And yep, yeah. He's not dead, but they because he managed to scurry into the sewers to get away before they could kill him. But they break his leg, so he won't be available for a while.
What is the Grinders tier level?
They are at 2, I believe. I'll double check. Yeah, they're tier 2. They're larger than you guys. Quite
we
a bit.
Are what?
0.
So we can't really take them out yet.
Not all of them. You can, but I mean that's the thing. Thing is, they hit you, or you can, so you can lose face by letting this pass, or you can make an example out of them. So basically, you're going to lose a rep if you don't hit them back somehow.
Well, we know what Flake's vote is for, but this is something best discussed.
So you have 3 rep right now.
Yeah.
So you could just take it and roll, or you can, come up basically some way to hit them back. So
do we still have the ghost family?
Yeah, the ghost mother and ghost son.
Yeah, we never released them, I guess. Technically.
Yeah, that's true.
We could release them in their hideout.
Okay.
Yes.
You sure could.
Them.
Okay. So that's going to be...
Yeah, Bull's in prison, but they can get revenge on Bull's gang.
Or just annoy them constantly. Hey, what happened?
No, that would definitely count. So in that case, that is definitely going to be a prowl if somebody just wants to sneak in there and set it off. Well, yeah, I guess this would be a mini score. So how do you want to do it? There's 6 basic approaches, but if you don't have to pick one, you can just describe how you want to do it. To describe the Grinders, here's the public information about them that everybody who's anybody knows, including you guys.
Can you just ghost Molotov someone? Just throw a spirit bottle through their window?
I think that's what we were going to do.
I think that's probably an occult approach. In the terms of the planning, ghost Molotov is.
I got them in the spirit bottle.
I 100% support Ghost Molotov. I just think that's probably going to be under the occult. Unless it's that easy, then we can roll assault.
So it's on page 290 of the book, but their basic, their turf is an abandoned dock warehouse, and they also, which is connected to an underground canal dock. They have a few small canal boats. They're known to have wrecking tools and explosives. Many of the Grinders have been mutated by the toxic rain that plagues their home city of Lockport. So
apparently for an occult engagement, the question we have to answer is the arcane method. So I think Ghost Molotov is an adequate answer to the question of method.
I would agree.
Okay. So for the engagement roll, I would say this is a higher tier. It's bold and daring, but it's a higher tier organization. So I believe that cancels it out, and you guys aren't really tapping anybody to do anything.
Okay. So, can we ghost talkie people? Is there any way that we can use what we know about the Grinders to inform the ghosts how to best haunt them? Because that would use the plan's detail to expose the vulnerability of the target.
I mean, yeah, we do know that the Grinders was Bull's gang, and Bull was responsible for the son's death.
And also that lots of them are mutated by rain. So, if we can get them to... I mean, let's just Lovecraft this thing. just, they are cursed in the bloodline. Can we get the ghosts to like haunt them specifically? Let's get psychological.
Okay. Well, this is just for the engagement roll right now, so
right. I'm trying to dig up an extra advantage.
Okay, yeah. Expose the vulnerability of the target. So yeah, I give you +1d for that. Yeah. So yeah, you're customizing your ghosts to target them at their weakest by prepping them psychologically. Like, here's how you want to torment your these guys. So that makes sense. All right, so you're at 2 dice for the engagement roll. Did somebody have an ability that benefited engagement rolls?
Engagement rolls? No.
Yeah, I thought somebody asked.
It might be Baz.
Yeah, but it's you get a 1d in the engagement roll for that operation when I gather information.
Okay. Do you want to gather information then?
Yeah, I want to try and if we can case their hideout and see when their guards are at their most lax.
Yeah, that would be a prowl check. That's risky. If you succeed in this, then you'll get a +1d on the engagement roll.
Flake, go sneaky.
You want Flake to do it, or are you going to do it?
Well, I don't have prowl.
Okay.
I have 2 in prowl.
Well, that's the thing. You have to gather the information then.
Then I can consort with.
Mm-hmm.
I can consort with some of the other gangs in the area when they know, they know the best way to approach them.
There you go. All right, this would be controlled then. So roll consort.
2 6s and a 5.
Damn. Yeah. Hey, that's a critical. So you get +1d, so you're up at 3 dice. And you get one other advantage. Yeah. So I would say
the ghosts really hate that family on their own.
There you go.
The effect. Yeah. The ghosts get at their bombs. Yeah. That kind of shit.
Oh, there you go. They tell you where their bombs are and how ghosts can cause them to explode. There you go. Bomb. Additional effects.
Ghost bomb.
That's our crew's new specialization is ghostly explosives. Ghost Molotovs, Ghost C4.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We're entirely about ghost munitions.
All right. So you have 3d6 for your engagement roll. So let's go ahead and roll that. I will roll that. Engagement. All right. So you're risky. So which means your first roll is a risky. So which is pretty standard. So if you just want to sneak up there and throw the bomb, that would be risky. But if you want to do some sort of action to improve effect or make it easier to prowl, you could do that as well. So, well, actually, I would say someone needs to also attune in order to get the ghost to actually do this. You know what to do, but someone still needs to attune to get the ghosts on the same page. So that could be, if that's your first roll, that'll be risky.
Can I assist on that attunement roll?
Yeah, that'll cost you a stress though.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, so that's 1 die.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Plus your base attune.
Ugh. Right off the bat.
Oof.
It's hard to make ghost bombs.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say this is not going well. The ghosts are not ready for this. They don't like being used as weapons in someone else's vendetta for some weird reason. And so they are not cooperative. Now you can sort of try again, but this would be a desperate roll. Unless you kind of do something else to appease them or to gain additional control over them. In this case, by the way, your basic items were what let you make the roll in the first place. That's why you didn't get bonus dice.
You get XP for every desperate roll.
That's true.
That's fair. Okay. Let's try again. I will also spend stress.
Okay. And is my assistant still helping out from the last one for the desperate?
Nope. You have to spend another stress to assist.
Okay. So
because this is a new action. So if it's desperate, it's going to be bad. Like you're going to have it's going to backfire on you essentially.
Yeah. Ghost bomb.
Would it be better to spend those 2 stress for a devil's bargain, like to ensure that it works better? I don't know.
A devil's bargain is just in place of the stress, right? You can either spend 2 stress or take a bargain to get an extra.
No, you can do both, but the devil's bargain isn't additional stress. It's like an in-game consequence that happens, period.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay. I see.
Mm-hmm.
I see. Okay.
Do you want a devil's bargain?
No.
Okay.
4D. Do it.
Doing it. A 5.
Yeah, so we'll take it.
All right. So because it was desperate and you got a partial, that means you still have some consequences to deal with, which are no, sorry, just making sure.
Severe harm, a serious complication, or reduced effect.
I mean, I would just take reduced effect. Just offsets the ghosts hate us too, which offsets how much they hate the family.
Yeah, I would say it removes the bonus effect you got from your really good gather information roll. So it'll still go off, but it won't be as devastating. So
the ghost giveth and the ghost taketh away.
Yeah. So you have the ghost, you have it ready. Now someone just needs to go chuck it through a window. So that would be a prowl check, and that would be risky.
I can do it.
Okay. Now, unless other people want to help. Other people can assist by spotting for you and stuff like that.
Or causing a distraction.
Or causing distraction. So it's same rules. Spend a stress. He gets a bonus die. If you have items that would be relevant, you could get bonus dice. Devil's Bargain, you could spend stress yourself. Yeah.
I could have climbing gear.
Yeah, that would definitely give you a bonus die. So mark that off on your load.
And trying to see where the specialty items are again in the book. You remember
what it's on your playbook.
Oh no, it's not on the playbook too. Like they do have those, but they have the descriptions of like what they do though, and I forgot where that is in the book.
So I will definitely make a distraction. I'll take a stress for an assist die on that.
Okay.
All right. So that'll be 4D.
Yeah. So what does that distraction look like? By the way.
Well, part of my default loadout has fine clothes and jewelry and a fine disguise kit. So I am going to be. Have we settled culturally on what the male version of a Karen is? Is it a Cody or a Greg?
It's a Ken.
Okay. Regardless, I am going to dress up as a minor noble and go be very confused about how this isn't the warehouse that my goods are at out in front.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that's what you're doing. You play it safe, but you're drawing some of the guards away to deal with you. So yeah, that's definitely worth a bonus die. So good job, Vimes.
Okay.
I roll prowl.
Yeah. Well, were you wanting to do something there as well? Salvage.
Yeah. I was wondering if I could do a small crafting a crafting roll or a tinker roll to be able to have basically a small smoke bomb with dream smoke in it to be able to help help distract the other guards before they get in.
We could say that would be a flashback. I would say that's not a standard easy thing to do. That would cost you a stress to say you did that previously. And I would say that's controlled since you do have a workshop.
Alrighty. So for that, go ahead and make a tinker roll to see how successful it is.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But yeah.
Since I'm working on that too, I'll be utilizing my fine tinkering tools to get myself an extra dice on that one.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
6.
Nope. A 4. That's how that works.
Oh yeah, sorry.
It's your highest roll. All right.
I want this to work, so.
Well, that's the thing. It was controlled. So you make some, and you realize they're not super strong. So you can try again, or just give them to that. So you can try. You can try and increase the potency of the smoke bombs, but this time it would be risky. It could literally blow up in your face.
So, and that's going to cost another stress for me to do, correct?
No, this is part of the same flashback.
This is the same flashback. Okay. Yeah, we'll give it one more try. So.
All right. So if you fail, you'll lose the workshop for this session.
Okay.
And if you get a complication, you'll lose the workshop for the session.
Yeah. It's okay. We'll figure it out.
Okay.
There we go. So.
Okay. So you make them. Unfortunately, you set one off in your workshop, and so you have smoke bomb. You have a big supply of smoke bombs. So everybody has smoke bombs for the session. Unfortunately, your workshop is going to be out of commission. You have to let it air out for a week.
It's dream smoke, so basically it will induce an unpleasant intoxication. So,
well, no, like you just can't use the workshop for this adventure, essentially. So, but you get an extra dice there, Flake. The smoke bombs. Cool. Yeah. So go ahead and roll.
So climbing gear.
But everyone gets smoke bombs as a free item this time for this adventure.
2D climbing gear, smoke bombs, and assistance. Okay. So 5d6.
Mm-hmm. You really want to get these guys.
Well, got a 5. Needed every second of it. So at least it's partial. Yeah.
I would say you succeed. But they see you as they leave, so they recognize you. So that might have consequences later. They
recognize a giant hulking man with eczema just raining drug bombs and ghost bottles from their skylights. Weird.
Yeah. So they really fucking hate you, but you did damage their turf and their headquarters, so they're not going to be able to take action against you immediately, but they'll remember. But you definitely have an enemy now, so you don't lose any rep for that. So good job.
Do we gain any rep?
No, this is just an entanglement.
Oh man, you break a dude's leg and then your whole house gets covered in ghosts. I feel like that's a good story. That's a good.
No.
Okay.
I would feel we'll take an encounter at the end of the session for the gaining rep, but I would say you did damage their ability to actually act. So like they aren't able to, they're not going to be a factor for the rest of this session.
Would you happen to say that I addressed to that challenge with violence?
Yeah, throwing bombs is definitely violent.
Cool.
Yeah.
Just wanted to know.
Yeah.
That's all I need. All right.
So again, we have the Blind Eyes with their one cohort. The Stradler, as the other one is recovering. But we have Salty the Spider, played by Baz. Audra the Whisperer, played by Birk. Salvage the Leech, played by Aaron. Flake the Cutter, played by Caleb. And Vimes the Slide, played by Bill. Because I didn't introduce them earlier, I realized. Just because it's still a new campaign. You might want to go through your introduction. Anyways.
It's okay. That's just the cold open for the episode.
Yeah, exactly. So we dealt with entanglements and everything. Yeah.
Ross, would you say I struggled with my vice during this session?
Yeah, you have. Yeah.
All right, cool. Just want to check that.
A nasty fight. Yeah. All right. So now is the time for the actual score. And there were some discussion about that in between last sessions. So do you guys want to role play what score you want to take? Or I could roll some opportunities for you, but you guys did have one that you wanted to do.
So are we doing the Medicine Man one or not?
Yeah, I'm down.
That's
okay.
fine. Yeah.
Who wants to propose it?
I mean, out of character, it was your thing, man.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so Flake, can you explain what you mean by the Medicine Man one?
So we're in the grotto. We're lounging, I guess, as we do, because we don't have work yet. I bring up, there is Sawbones. He is coming to the docks to sell his snake oils and tricks. I have never liked this man. When I was in quarantine from the box with the sisters, one of them misguided. She brought me to his show, and he covered me in this thick cream that worked at show, but later it burned skin. Like I used to be prettier than this, if you can believe it. And I've never liked this man, and I hear he uses the trickiness, the trickiness that Audra, your ghost deceits. I hear he uses them to trick people into buying his poisons, and he uses it to fleece them. So I am thinking, since this man is coming and I want him die, we take his money and take his magic medicine doohickey and we sell it. And if he dies in this process, who is to say what happened? We will fill the void.
Beautifully spoken. I agree.
Yes.
So
that is Flake's pitch.
All right. So Sawbones is a traveling medicine. Sawbones, the traveling medicine man, has a show coming to the docks. Now, in terms of the game itself, you're just trying to rob
Sawtooth.
him.
Sawtooth is his name.
Sawtooth, sorry.
He's the friend I don't like.
Let's see here. So Sawtooth. Let's see here. All right. So you rob his show, essentially. Sawtooth's show. Now, you also suggested that you use this to, like, you asked about claims. Now, claims are a thing that are in Blades in the Dark that are not in Scum and Villainy. So that's interesting. So basically, every crew type has a grid of little claims around their lair, and you can take those as scores. And so since this is taking place in the docks, we can use this as a justification to seize that turf. So what I'll say is Sawtooth is working with the Foghound. The Foghounds are another gang. They're actually a tier 1 gang, and they're the ones protecting him, and sort of they're another gang of smugglers. Pretty small time. So you can kind of use this to claim one of the, if you look on, I think, 120 something?
121.
121, yep. You can pick one of those claims and gain that benefit for it. So turf will give you will reduce how much rep you need to level up your gang or to advance your gang, and then the other claims will give you the benefit listed below. So basically, you're not only trying to rob this, you're trying to take over this turf, where this part of the section of the docks from the Foghounds.
And it doesn't have to be connected to our layer, or does it?
No, it does not. You can justify it being anywhere. So if it's turf, I'd recommend one of the
turf or secret routes. Like maybe we take over wherever he sets up his medicine show as he runs through town, and that's where we put our black market. Like we take over his spots essentially.
Or yeah, that makes sense. I was thinking that, or side market or side business.
Yeah,
Flake would not be cool with running a medicine show. He's got beliefs about doctors. Sure. He'd be fine occupying a space that they once occupied, though, and selling his own ghost shit. But that's just me.
Yeah, maybe convert whatever facilities he has over there to producing our stuff or tinkering with our stuff.
Yeah, he's also a sociopath, dangerous thug who will do whatever you say for money. So
yeah,
don't feel hemmed in by my suggestion.
But he's got standards, is the important thing.
Preferences. Negotiable preferences.
Except when it comes to doctors. You guys can do research before you figure out how you want to do this by gathering information, or you can just pick how you want to do this and then do research. It's up to you. Like, you guys ask questions like, how do you want to take out this medicine show, rob it, and take that territory? And you will be fighting the Foghounds. They are going to be your opposition for this. And they are described on page 289. Yeah, they have a steamship, the Foghound. And they're a crew of hard-bitten, tough sailors. Yeah, but they're obviously the ones... Sawtooth is basically, paying them money for protection money. So, yeah.
What if, hear me out, we shoot him with gun on stage and then try to cure him with his own medicine until he choked to death in front of audience? Yeah?
I mean...
This good plan, yes?
There are no bad plans, Flake, okay? But there are alternative ones, too.
Okay, you are paying the bills. I just say, if you like this plan, choking gun, this is always on table. Go forward, yes. Continue meeting. Flake has made his contribution to the planning.
So your understanding is that Sawtooth uses magic in order to fake medicine show medical results, or some sort of artifact that you're not sure what is that the scam?
That and plus any money he took from his show while on tour. But yes.
Okay, so there's some artifacts at play here.
Yeah.
So, but you don't know exactly what the deal is.
Flake knows it's there, and he's using it to get his way. But we all know what Flake wants out of the job. So
yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, Flake is also not an expert in the occult, so couldn't really describe what the magic is.
He's got no fucking idea. He just heard from a friend of a friend, and
yeah.
He wants to murder this man publicly, so that's as far as he got.
We could have one of you weird ghosty fellas go up there and counteract whatever magic he's doing and show him for the fraud he is.
Yeah.
Yeah. We should at least probably case his show and see if we can figure out what he's doing.
Mm-hmm. If I can get in there, I could take a look at any of the elixirs and see if I can identify what they actually are, and see if I can either replace it with something else.
Yeah, the one with the mini screwdrivers and the ghost girl. They go look at him and learn his secrets, and then we choke shoot him.
Yeah, if you get caught, we just go with Flake's plan.
Yes.
Choke shoot? Does that mean you shoot and choke him at the same time?
Oh, yes. Yes.
Okay.
Choke and shoot at the same time.
So that was Traveler asking,
the gun, though.
Yeah. I've not heard of choke shooting. That's
it is very good. Difficult to pull off, but worth it.
Yeah. Usually use both hands for the gun. I guess you could shoot and then choke. But
see, this is common first time mistake. I show you how. Don't worry. Anyway.
Okay. All right. Also, I would say you all know that he does have a bunch of barkers employed throughout the city to like get people to go to his medicine show. So there's a bunch of low, street urchins and beggars and stuff like that, and others who are paid to hawk him. And guide people to the medicine show because it's all the way on the docks.
We could out of character. We could work with the barkers, make sure they get everyone to go to the show and make it huge.
Mm-hmm.
Actually support the barkers to make it in a giant show and not half-ass the job. So it's more pressure on the fog hats and more embarrassing if he gets
fog hats now. Okay. All right.
Sorry, whatever it is.
Just take them on a
fog hounds.
ride.
Yeah.
No, it's fog hats. I'm pretty sure.
They're called the fog horns, Caleb.
Okay. Well, about it.
All right.
What are the frog hounds up to?
Yeah. Well, they're just guarding him. They're getting paid. They're just getting a cut of the take. So they're pretty passive at this point.
Yeah. So basically Altamont it. When you hire a biker gang to do your security, they don't handle well over a crowd of a certain size and they lose their shit.
Wait, Foghat wasn't at Altamont. That was the Stones.
It's an alternate history, Bill.
All
Better
right.
history where Foghat saved lives. All right.
Where's the Frog Rounds base?
The fog hounds. Let's see here. Their turf is an underground canal dock. So which approximately where it is. They also have canal routes all throughout that are sort of their turf. But so their ship is probably their main headquarters, but that's somewhere in the underground canal docks.
Otakon, what can you tell me about the Foghound ship?
Yeah.
Okay, so we need to piss them off eventually anyway. I mean,
yeah.
This is about carving out a market share.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Blades in the Dark is a bingo game, right? There's a set of other factions and we need to piss them all off to win, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, you'll improve your standing with the others, their enemies.
I mean, the Deathland Scavengers gotta love this. We open up another smuggling route for them.
Yeah.
The Deathland Scavengers probably weren't smuggling in fucking medicine, but Ghost Market.
Yeah. Also, Inspector Yamura might like it because he could, if you feed him some of the guys to get arrested, he'd look better.
Anyway, that was all out of character. Flake just wants to kill this dude, but
yeah,
you could send him to intimidate barkers so that they bring everyone to the yard for this dumb huckster medicine show. Yeah.
So, who wants to do something first? Let's see.
They should case the place, right? Audra and Salvage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
they should go to one of the shows and see what he's all about.
All right, so Audra and Salvage are going to the show. Let's see.
And before the huckster says yes.
Yes. Okay. Well, yeah. All right. Okay. Yeah. Now I get it. So it's a pretty decent sized crowd. So you don't have to take great efforts to disguise yourself unless, Audra, are you wearing your spirit mask? That's pretty distinctive.
I guess not.
Yeah. Okay. So all you is this the first time Salvage has seen your face?
No.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So the two of you
That's what you
crowd
look
in.
like?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
You know this.
I did, but it's fun to say that every time.
Mm-hmm.
There's not a lot to do in my workshop today, okay? You know, I have to. I have fans sitting there waiting for it to clear out, okay?
Remember last week when I said I've seen your work? Here we are.
The flattest
Here
stare
we
that I
are.
can give you.
Let's go, bitch.
All right. So the two of you fit in the crowd. It's in a warehouse that's been sort of turned into a impromptu theater. There's even an opening act of a knife juggler and a fire breather. And there's some people playing music, violin and hurdy-gurdy,
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. So, and some people are selling grog, cups of grog, and the crowd is pretty mixed actually. No one really rich, but there's some middle class people there. There's you see a lot of people who are obviously sick or ill or injured with something. Other people, judging from the murmuring, are looking for cures for people that they know. Other people, there's some skeptics. It's there's a couple people who's like, I just want to see the freaks. I just want to see people get killed or resurrected. I don't know if it's better if if Sawtooth's going to bring someone back from the dead or if he folks it up. And there's some laughter over that. Looks like this is a pretty well-oiled machine. This is something that the Foghounds and Sawtooth have been doing a while, so they're pretty rehearsed at it. And there's always more people desperate for cures, so it doesn't matter how many people he rips off. There's always more especially he apparently travels the circuit of Duskvol, Lockport, and the other major cities. So he, by the time he leaves and comes back, people will have forgotten how he ripped them off, or so yeah. Before the show begins, are any of you two looking for anything in particular, or talking to people to gain any particular kind of information, or anything like that, or do you just want to wait for the show?
Anything on stage? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, I was about to something similar to that. Is his cart out there? So that's like
it's on it. The cart is on stage. It is closed up right now, but it is on stage and it's sort of gaudily painted. Sawtooth's miracle cures. So it's there are some potions and vials and that kind of thing, but they're very well visible, and you can see that there are several Foghounds with visible weapons, to guard, to keep the peace, as it were. So there's not really an opportunity for you to get a look at it now.
Okay, so I'd have to wait for the show to actually begin. So,
well, I mean, you can see it, but you're not going to be able to go up and mess with it and stuff like that. It is kind of important. So,
okay,
yeah.
Without drawing attention, is it possible to? It's probably an attune roll, which I don't want to make and fail, but to read the cart. Basically, is it to see if there's actually anything magical?
Yeah, that would be a study.
All scams.
Yeah, I would do that. Just study as a controlled roll.
Double sixes.
Oh shit!
Damn.
All right. What the fuck do you want to know?
Birk switches to Predator vision.
Yeah, it's like Predator 2. I'm just flipping through my ghost vision modes.
You said you wouldn't bring the mask.
I can do it without the mask. That's my secret. Yeah, I guess the first thing I wanted to do was determine if what he's doing is even actually magical. That was kind of where I didn't think far beyond that. Just to see, or is he doing it through actual chemical trickery or the...
Okay. Well, actually on the cart itself, the cart is kind of it's kind of like a covered wagon sort of thing, but not a full size wagon size, but there's an upper level with a bunch of racks of potions and vials and mortar and pestle and that kind of thing. But then there's a large wooden underpart that is but you do see noted sigils in runes on it that are wards of containment. It has been specially prepared to contain ectoplasmic energy and forces. So you would guess that there is some kind of artifact being held in there, something fairly significant. But there's also conduits in there. So you can tell that there is misdirection in the fact that there's something occult in the cart, in the wooden part of the cart. But he's able to redirect its energy or its forces to other places within line of sight. So whatever he has in there, he can use to affect other people he can see in the cart, within visual range of the cart.
That's what I was going to ask. Is now that I've kind of seen those runes, if there are other runes kind of like hidden around the stage.
There's things on the wheels. There's also metal like stripping that's sort of put on the stage, and actually you notice it under the there's thin, like, basically it's almost like a gaffer tape or something like that, but just kind of like threaded throughout the floor of the stage or of the main like floor where you guys are standing. So, and all around the ceiling. So basically this whole area, this whole building has been like sort of prepped in order to enhance certain magical effects. But like it's all routed to whatever is in that card. It wouldn't just enhance any magical effect. It's filtered only on that. So it's a very clever way to do magic without being seen to do magic, because all the magic isn't through ritual or chanting or anything like that, or it's through a machine that's concealed in the cart or an artifact, whatever it is. Okay. Yeah. So you don't know what
but I just will see the show at this point.
Yeah. You figure that out. So when you see your additional effect is basically once you see it happen, you'll have a much better idea of what the effect is, because you have an idea of how it's being broadcast. Dr. Sawtooth comes on stage. He is wearing a plague doctor mask, so you actually don't see his face. But he says, yes. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm so glad to see you. I'm so glad to make your acquaintance. We have so many sick and injured people here tonight, and I just want to bring some health, some succor to all of you, some respite from the weariness and the dread of daily existence. Are you all ready to be healed? And there's a great rousing crowd. Good. So he starts warming up the audience. And basically his act is to first sort of he's starting with the potions. And with your study a roll with the critical, you can see that, and also Salvage, you can give me a study roll as well.
Okay.
This is also controlled.
Nope, I don't see anything. So, Bill.
All right. Well, yeah. Those. Oh man, that's good looking potions.
Not until I can not unless I can actually get up and take a look at them. So.
Well, yeah. Actually, yeah. If you can make another roll, if you volunteer yourself as a patient.
Yes, get up there.
Like in the game Alchemist, when you run out of action cubes and you have to start trying shit on yourself instead of your students.
Yeah.
Trying to think about this. Okay, I might be this might be a bad option, but I got an idea for it. So,
all right.
Okay,
so you're volunteering yourself.
I will volunteer myself, but while I'm up there, whatever he gives me.
Well, hold on. We're just doing this one step at a time. You raise your hand, and he picks you.
Hello.
Please describe what your character looks like, by the way.
So basically, that's like large guy, shaved head. That's like with what looks like an overcoat that is too big for him. It looks like a huge ill-fitting overcoat, but it actually is to hide the bandoliers and the other tools inside of it. So,
all right,
scruffy looking.
All right, so you, sir, you look particularly ill. Do you come on up? Give us all a rousing hand for this fine gentleman who looks. Let me guess, sir, before you tell me your diagnosis. Let me taste it. Oh yes, mumps, gout, drowsy, typhus,
the pox.
The whooping cough, pox. Which pox? Smallpox, the blue pox, the red pox, the anti-pox,
spirit pox.
Spirit pox. Oh. We haven't had a case of that in a while. And what symptoms do you have, sir?
uncontrollable bleeding from my eyes. That's like at any random moment.
He peers into your eyes. I don't see any bleeding now. Seems to be a bit of a that. Are you sure? I notice a cough. Is the cough something you have from the spirit pox?
Yeah, it's my ghost trying to continually escape out. That's what the last doctor told me.
Oh, your own ghost trying to escape. You're not possessed by anybody. Yes, that would be terrible.
No. It's just what they call
premature
a poor
evacuation of the soul. Premature evacuation of the soul. It's a terrible malady. I'm sure many of us can sympathize with that. Well, I have just the thing for that. Ingest this, and you'll feel so much better. Actually, no, wait. Snort this powder in the nose. It must be taken nasally, and you'll feel much better about yourself, and you won't have to deal with your soul evacuating. We don't want to.
Okay. So, and what I'm going to attempt to do is just with an empty bottle, something that I have looks something similar on there, pretend to sniff it, but also pocket that at the same time. So, and then hand him back the empty bottle.
All right, that's finesse. This is risky.
Yeah. So, I only have one in there, so I'm trying to figure out because, but I could push myself to get the bonus die for the 2 stress, right?
You sure can. You can stress yourself out. You're on stage. Everyone's watching you.
Hey, Birk could also just scream, "Hey, look over here! This is a distraction. Everyone, look over here!
Sure,
this thing that's totally not a distraction."
Thank you. All right, so that'll be 3d6 then.
Yeah, if Audra takes the stress. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, sure.
All righty. Okay, and that did it.
Okay. Yeah. So you have a tiny vial, and you're able to Actually, you put 2 tiny vials in your nose. You just have to breathe through your mouth, and you snort it into the tiny vials in your nose, and you're able to palm it out. That's certainly a way you could do that. There's some white powder in your nose. So, how do you feel, sir? Do you feel much better about yourself?
I want to live, and just jump off the stage and go screaming off into the crowd.
Ah, yes, his soul is now firmly attached to his body. Isn't that not a miracle? And get
around the corner.
You can make another study check now.
Okay.
He certainly seemed spirited. That's for sure.
Are there any bonuses now that I actually have the that's like the items on me?
Well, you don't have a workshop anymore, so you can't really study it. I mean, the main thing was to get on stage so you could study what was going on. So, you do have that sample of
I'll take a look
cocaine.
and see if I can smell anything. So,
yeah.
All right, let's see.
But this is also risky. All right.
No,
you got a 4. That's a partial.
Okay. 4 is a success, Aaron. 4,
okay,
5, or 6.
So I'll say reduce effect. You can answer one question about the cart or sawtooth. What do you want to know?
Okay. So yeah, what's really going on here? What is this? What is it, at least with the base of this?
That's a gather information question.
Yeah. So you can you are gathering information. Well, you know what's going on. He's scamming people. You already know that. Get more specific.
How?
Like how? What is this doing? So if
okay,
or what's this smell like actually, as opposed to my knowledge of alchemical regions?
These aren't like what you get is all the potions and stuff like that, or just this. You've seen all this before. These are common medicines sold by snake oil. They're basically powerful drugs that make people feel real good with placebos, with harmless placebos, and some common remedies that are cheap and effective. So basically coke, weed, and aspirin, and then flour and dye and food dye, and sparkled with lead. So
there it is.
Yeah.
Let's wait for the drop.
But there's every street corner has some snake oil salesman selling the stuff. So this is the warm up. He's getting the audience more excited. But
it's utterly common. It's not the thing that sets him above competitors.
Yeah,
it's not the
he's getting the audience ready because he's only getting people on stage that are clearly look physically fine. Like he's not getting any of the cripples that are or any of the really injured looking or really sick looking people.
The normal shoving crap.
So that's what you figure out from that. So but you weren't able to figure out much else because you got a partial success. So but you notice, I would say you also notice he has some people working the crowd and kind of like directing him, like pointing at certain people and kind of like there's some gestures going on and stuff like that. So like he has some
picking out targets.
Yeah, picking out people to go next. But the show progresses. And so, but he says, but I have, he takes from the cart a blue bottle that looks very finely like a crystal bottle, but there's a blue liquid in it. And says, I have true healing elixir for our most desperate and most worthy customers. Now, as an act of charity, I will give this on to one person in this audience for free, but I cannot afford. This elixir is a hard and laborious process that takes many months to manufacture. So I'm not able to heal everyone for free. But one amongst you, I will heal. So at this point, you know, it's like he is sort of, I will, but I will let you, the audience, decide. Let us get our 3 sickest people up on stage to for all you to vote with your applause and claps in order to determine who should be healed by the miracle blue elixir. And if you doubt it, I will test it on a sick kitten first, so you will be able to see. So he stagehand hands him a kitten that looks very kind of like sick, and then he carefully makes a show of drawing a single drop from it, and then he places the drop on the kitten, and the kitten looks miraculously intact. And but you two can give me study checks.
Okay.
He's still controlled.
Yeah, this is pretty safe. This is pretty safe. You're just watching the crowd, and he wants you to watch. So
4 is for everybody.
Yep.
Okay. But the two of you you realize that between the two of you, I would say your limited effect would give you sort of the idea that like, oh, this is sleight of hand. He's using stage magic to swap out kittens. So no magic has been activated yet. So he's saving that, but it gets the crowd going. Oh, look at that kitten! And he gives the kitten to a child who's in the front row. Oh, it's an adorable kid. Oh, everyone's very happy for the kid to receive a very healthy looking kitten. So the 3 sick people are basically pushed on stage. One is, holding a crutch. The other one is coughing into her hand frequently. The other one is so wrapped in bandages you can hardly see them. But they look genuinely sick. They do not look like they're wearing makeup or anything else. So he is goading the audience into voting for all 3. So everyone's getting whipped into a fever. Like, no, that's my cousin. That's my cousin. No, that's my boss. That guy owes me $5 or 5 coins. Let him rot. No, he needs to work to earn back the money. It's getting pretty fevered. So
give us Barabbas. Oh no, wait, sorry, wrong epic.
Eventually, though, the person wearing the crutches also has several pock marks on their face. They look very sick. He is voted the favorite, and the Sawtooth makes a show of extracting another drop from the several drops from the blue elixir, and puts them on the tongue of the person, and that's when Audra, you sort of sense the magic working,
Mm-hmm.
and there's the temperature of the entire building seems to drop several degrees, and there's a hushed awe coming over the crowd, but there's just this sort of shimmering, and then the person looks like they were In fact, they start dancing. They look completely healed and younger. In fact, yeah, it looks like a miracle. So yeah, so that you can tell it. You already know that it's whatever's being whatever effect is happening is due to an artifact or a machine inside the cart that has been channeled throughout the entire stage, throughout the entire theater. But you can make an attune check to try and figure out what it is. If you can choose whether you get control, make this a controlled or risky roll. Obviously, you can see the upsides and downsides of either one.
Mm-hmm.
So, which one do you want to do?
It's too risky. It's a lot of just
Okay.
Get it, ghost girl.
getting it.
Put your mask on.
No, that was a good idea. I probably should have done that.
Yeah.
No, well,
Yeah, you channel this and try to attune it, but you realize there's defensive magic. There's a defensive sort of element to ward off, and you alight with a sort of red nimbus around you, and you realize that several people in the audience are looking around, watching the audience as this happen, and they all see you. And they all start pushing their way through the crowd towards you.
I also scream, "Oh God, I'm cured!" and run.
Okay, that is definitely finesse to get the fuck out.
Okay. I don't have finesse, so I'm going to burn stress to get a bonus die. So I'm not rolling at a penalty.
Yeah. So Salvage, you could always assist by being a distraction.
Yes, I'm actually taking one of the other Dream Smoke grenades that we had in reserve and throwing it.
Okay.
So would that be
you would also have to start running too if you're throwing smoke grenades. So you'll have to make a finesse check as well.
okay?
Yeah.
That's fine.
But you'll get a bonus die too because you're using the smoke grenade. Actually, you'll get 2 bonus die, one from the grenade and one from Salvage assisting you.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, try to get out.
4 and a 5.
Okay. And Salvage, give me a finesse check with a +1 die because you have used your smoke grenades.
Running out like a Benny Hill movie.
Oh.
Yep.
Nope.
I didn't mean to press that last one. So.
Yep. Obviously.
Yelling at you.
All right.
Okay.
Rip Salvage, we hardly knew you.
Yeah, you get caught. Somebody grabs you as you run through the smoke and run into one of the people, one of the assistants, essentially. So, Audra, you get out, but Salvage is not with you.
Oh, no.
So, Salvage, what are you going to do? Say, "You're coming," they whisper to you. The crowd is going wild, by the way. Everyone is yelling. Everybody's hooping and hollering. It's quite loud, stomping their feet. But you, the person, grabs you by the shirt, pulls you in, and is like, "You're coming with me." And starts dragging you to dragging you off.
Okay, so with this, I'm going to go ahead and say that I had the blow gun with darts and the syringes.
Okay. Sure.
And one of those is filled with some skull fire poison, so I'm just going to jab it into him to try to get away.
Okay. That would be skirmish. You get +1 die for having the syringe.
Okay.
And this is definitely risky.
God, we're awful. We fight with fucking syringes? I wouldn't want to fight us. Jesus.
we are criminals.
Fucking terrifying. Like
a bandolier full of syringes. Just
we blind people and stab people with fucking syringes. It's fucking nightmarish.
We're criminals.
All right, I got a partial success.
All right, yeah, you stab the guy. He starts screaming. People notice. Everyone starts backing around you. You're holding the syringe and the body on the ground, just spasming in pain.
Make MS-13 look like a fucking lemonade stand. Jeez.
So, Audra, there's a big distraction going on in the building. No one's immediately chasing you. You could just abandon Salvage if you want, or you can...
I'm at least going to slip into the shadows, pop on the mask, pull up the hood, and just sort of wait.
Okay.
I'm going to give him a minute.
All right. Does anybody want to flashback that they were waiting nearby? Or is this all on Salvage?
It's on Salvage.
Thanks a lot.
All right, Vimes, were
Okay.
you also? Yeah. No. All right.
I said our contingency was if they get caught, Flake can do his Flake stuff.
Okay, fair enough.
So
All
you
right,
want me to
Salvage.
flashback and do
Everyone's looking at you. Everyone's horrified at what you just did. There's still two more assistants almost on you. Yeah.
Run away.
Yep. So, yeah, that's yeah. At this point, what's it going to be for running away? Is that just another skirmish?
Hey, you have
or is
smoke
that...
bombs.
That's finesse, but this is now desperate.
You
Everyone's
literally have
seeing
smoke bombs.
I did have like one for the bandolier.
Smoke
So...
bomb,
No,
Get
you
out
have
of there,
you have a
man.
bandolier of them. You could you have a
literally
bunch.
a bunch
All
of
right.
smoke bombs.
I'll try the last one. So
Yeah, you
All
get
right.
one die from the smoke bombs, but this is finesse to
Finesse,
run
got
away. Yeah.
All right.
You have smoke bombs until it's narratively interesting that you don't.
Okay. So I thought that was just limited by the bandolier. So never mind.
This is
Okay.
extremely narrative. I find it always extremely narratively interesting when someone carries smoke bombs on their person.
Yes. And this is the one that's making everybody happy, by the way. This is dream smoke in these. So
Wow,
Pocket
with
smoke.
a dude stabbed by a syringe, that's going to be a weird mix
Yep.
of emotions. Yeah.
All right.
Fuck
So-
yes.
well, it's like sweet dreams, asshole.
You're just tossing smoke bombs left and right, and it turns the place into a riot. And you're
And then it turns
managed
into
to get out.
Coachella.
No, it's actually being counteracted by something for some weird reason. But they are still obscuring vision. But you get out. So Audra, you see Salvage
I
get
kind
out.
of wave him down.
Yeah. All right, the two of you can beat feet. I'm going to say they're definitely going to be on their guard now. Because some shit went down at the last show.
Yeah, this town's crazy. Who can say?
You can say.
And we're going to say that was one of those skirmishes. Would that be or finesse? Would that be a desperate action?
Yeah, I just said your last finesse action was
It was
desperate.
desperate. That's what I thought. Okay, cool.
So you do get an experience for that because you would have been captured if you'd failed that, just outright.
Specifically
Yeah.
a prowess experience, right? For the
Well, finesse is for running
action,
away. Prowl's more for height sneak.
No. The not prowl. The
prowess.
XP.
Yeah.
So do they come back and tell us what they know
Yes.
before we plan other stuff?
So
Mhm.
I have an idea, which is I think we should sneak in there at night and fuck with his runes, so they don't have the effect he wants. It's like the Brood Witch. You just take off the sun-dried tomatoes. It no longer works.
I think that's a very good idea to go in there and fuck with it.
I mean, ideally, we could engineer it to completely just backfire and just cause him to explode when he casts.
Yeah. You're not
that's-
sure what it
scanner
actually
shit.
does. It's doing something actually magical. So but you're not sure what the effect is. So
you do not need to know what machine does in order to break machine. You can just break machine and see what happens. So I say we go and break machine and see what happens.
Okay.
Show should be big though. We should
Yes.
make waves. Show should be very large.
Well,
Let everyone know what is happening. This is my thought.
I thought Vimes was going to work on that. I figured that was him or...
All right.
Yep.
All right. So Vimes, do you want to help boost the attendance to their shows?
Sure. Sorry, just kind of pondering on it for a second.
Sure.
That show caused a riot. That's a good settle line.
Yeah.
Medicine's so good you'll burn down a police station. Yeah.
Right. I was more trying to think of, whether I'm going to do this personally and directly or, you know what, fuck it, right? This is why I have clothes and jewelry and a disguise kit.
Yeah, you could just be a barker yourself.
Yeah,
And just do the grunt work yourself.
I'm down for that. I mean,
Okay.
that's why I have 2 dots in sway, right?
Yeah, go and give me a sway check. This is going to be controlled. You're just going out in the street and yelling at people.
All right. Actually, though, one more above that, I will definitely leverage myself, but I'm also going to try to find, because we're essentially moving on to a next show time, right? So it's either the next day or if it's morning, it was afternoon. So I am going to try to figure out where the barkers for this show typically gather and just gin them up as well.
Okay, well, that's a separate thing. So that would be consort, I believe. Yeah. to kind of do that networking. But this is also going to be controlled because,
Okay, just looking over things here for a second. Okay, so one of the things in my kit is documents. So what I'm going to do is actually go one better than just barking and assume that since I can carry documents, one of the things like that we could gin up in the grotto beforehand would actually be some handbills. So some like hot off the presses, like here's what happened at the last show. Certainly you don't want to miss this extravaganza.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. That will give you increased effect, but it will not give you a bonus die, but it'll increase the effect. So,
let's see.
Well, were you going to talk to the Barkers first to get information, or you to gather information? Okay, so that's that.
I'm not really trying to gather information. I'm really more just trying to inspire them.
Okay.
Bark as you've never barked before.
Yeah, and give them the handbills. All right.
Yeah, you're essentially distributing talking points. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That makes sense. That's pretty easy to find them. You don't have to roll for that, but yeah, that'd be sway then. And then
giving Barkers the leads, so to speak.
Your handbills will give you additional effect if you succeed. And this is controlled because you're not just do the job you're doing, but better.
Salty, you are also talking capable. Do you want to tag along for this?
Yeah, I can do that.
All right.
So the two of you go to the street corner. Let's see here. I know. I'd say it is Kiel and Cleland, the intersection of Kiel and Cleland. It's in the night market. There's a lot of people there, and that's where Barkers usually hang out. And you can see they're sort of there talking to each other. They're gossiping about the riot that happened at the last show, and they're kind of like, ugh. It's just kind of like it's actually kind of a detriment because people don't want to go to places where there are riots, like that's kind of they're kind of down on the dumps, like because that's sort of a precipitator for a gang war or something, like, and no one wants to be in the middle of a new battle line. You see
it's all in the way you look at it. Nobody wants to be in the middle of the war, but they all want to be as close to it to Rubberneck as possible.
Okay.
Don't they want to be the ones that saw it? They get to go home and tell their friends, tell their family, I was there.
Okay. Go ahead and give me that roll.
Hey, Salty, I dragged you along to be my stress battery. You want to play that?
Oh, is that what I'm here for? Okay. Yeah, I'll spend a stress to help him.
Okay. He is right. Dicebot has died, apparently. So
Dicebot is no more.
Yeah, that dice. Yeah, it was kind of limping along. So Vimes, you can just roll with Google Roller or actual physical dice, or I can roll for you. I have physical dice here. So what would you want to do?
As soon as I figure out the Google Dice Roller, I will be right on that.
Okay. So you were trying to inspire the Barkers who are.
I just typed in XD6 and it came up. So.
Yeah, just type like roll 3d6 or whatever and it'll.
Yeah.
Okay, I had a 1, a 1, and a 6.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all that matters.
Yeah.
That worked out.
This is controlled, but yeah, you really inspired him. So with the handbills as well, you're going to get that'll undo the effects of the riot, and you'll get a full house for sure. Yeah.
There's my integrity for you.
Bad, you could use your spidering to like try and get us an in on the venue so we can go in and fuck up his wards.
Yeah. So now we're at the score part. So you've done sort of the research. So what is your plan overall? Like what approach do you think you would be doing most likely? There's 6 approaches, like I mentioned, 150, I believe.
I mean, it's probably stealth, right? Since we're trying to sneak in, we don't really know how we're fucking it up. We're just fucking it up.
Okay.
Yeah, I just want to change either some of the gaffer's tape because the spell the runes have to be perfect. So all you have to do is change them a little bit. Mm-hmm. And it just won't work anymore.
Yeah. All right. Yep. That's so stealth. Trespass unseen. All right. So the point of infiltration. So you would be infiltrating the warehouse Well, I mean, that's the thing. I would say you don't know if the cart is being is there at the warehouse the entire time, or if they move it to like their stronghold in between shows. So you'd have to wait until you see the cart being moved into the stealth, so into the warehouse, and they probably beefed up security. So do you want to try and figure out where the cart is at any given time, or you just want to wait till it's at the warehouse and then fuck it up?
I mean,
yeah,
I'll jump in. Like,
Mhm.
now, granted, it's within like my character's wheelhouse, but I think what we ought to do is just like fake a diversion, so like we know the cart, probably needs to be coming from somewhere to the warehouse. So just close down a street.
Okay. Well, that's
So, like,
okay.
not even allow him to start the show?
No, just like put him off kilter, right? Like,
Okay.
Okay. All right.
actually, yeah. So that way we know that the warehouse stage is going to be a little bit more hardened now. So like essentially, if we run it as a traffic stop, right? Then, oh my gosh, I mean, it could even just be like, it's a random search, and they get picked, and Audra alters the wards in guise of, searching for contraband.
Ooh,
Okay.
we do have a favor with that one cop, don't we?
Oh, the
Inspector Yamura. Yeah.
Yeah.
So do you
Okay.
want to try and does the score talk Inspector Yamura into letting the blue coats with Audra fuck with his stuff en route?
Okay.
That sounds good.
Okay. That would be
Yeah.
a social character doing that. And that would definitely be deception or social. Yeah. Yeah. That'd be the social plan, I imagine.
Okay.
I mean, am
Yeah.
I wrong?
Yeah. No, that's fair. All right. So I guess this is calling the favor in would be what you're going to be rolling. So let's do the engagement roll first. It's bold or daring, but it's a higher tier, so that works out. So you're still at 1 die.
So I was swinging again. So if the plan's detail is the point of infiltration, if we are tipping the point of infiltration from their hardened target to, I mean, essentially this is a non-combat ambush. We're forcing the issue, so it's on our terms what the point of engagement is.
Okay.
Point of infiltration, rather.
All right. So plan detail exposes a vulnerability of the target. All right. Yeah. So you get 1 die for that. So you're at 2 dice, and you're using one of your friends or contacts. So that's 3 dice. But you have enemies or rivals interfering with the operation, obviously. So you're at 2 dice. Yeah. All right. I'll just go ahead and roll 2 dice.
Knowing it probably shouldn't be me. He knows me.
Well, this is just the engagement roll. So this is the
Okay.
yeah. All right. So it's going to be a risky roll, which is pretty average. So yeah, who wants to sway Yamura into doing this?
I got it.
All right.
And a top out of the 3.
Well, that's a no then. Yeah. He's like, I do want to repay that favor, but now is not a good time.
Well, I understand. Could I maybe then in that case just, if there were some people who looked suspiciously like blue coats but weren't actually, could I just get you to look the other way for a little bit?
Even that would be difficult at this time. But, I would, that particular part of the docks is riddled with smugglers' tunnels. Are you sure they would be taking the cart out in public like that?
Well, that's a very interesting question.
Yes. Always verify your target before you go. So, yeah. Because remember, you're taking this place because of you want the secret routes. With that in mind, you could try and make a survey check to try and find some secret routes and find the smugglers' tunnels.
Anybody able to top out 1 die in that?
No.
I would say multiple people could assist if they want to throw in their stress.
Yeah, happy to assist.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, more people search.
I can assist as well.
Okay.
Assisting is 1, boosting is 2, right? Like a self boost
Yeah.
for stress cost.
Yeah.
Okay.
Trying to encourage you to work together more often than you work by yourself.
Yeah.
Right. Anybody got a good devil's bargain approach here?
Devil's Bargain. Okay, yeah. I'll give you a plus die, but yeah. Devil's Bargain will be what you find in the tunnel.
Oh, it's a secret. I love it. Okay, so that should get us to 46 overall, and I got a 6.
All right, you find as you realize, well, perhaps they're moving the cart in or out unseen, especially now that they know somebody was looking into them, and they you pop open the tunnel, and then you just hear a screeching sound, and there's just this tentacle thing that slides out of the around the corner away from you. The access point you found, there's something in it. Whatever route that they're using from the this will get you to the tunnel that they're using to get it from the warehouse to the headquarters back and forth. But if you want to be able to access that point, this point, which is not watched by the gang, has some sort of something.
There's a reason it's not watched by the gang.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah.
So we got to figure out a way to kill that thing or get rid of it.
Yeah. But then you'll be able to sneak up on them without being seen. And then
can I do that?
To kill the monster?
I have an idea. Yeah.
Okay, sure. What do you want to do?
Can I contact a dangerous friend?
Sure. Who's your dangerous friend?
Chael, a vicious thug. He taught me how to bounce when I started working at the brothel when I was 12. So he's a psycho that works in Silkshower.
Flake. Hello. How are you?
I still piss blood from that first day we met, but I did not know you were working.
Oh, I always work. I'm a workaholic. It's my one vice.
You look older, like shit. Like dried shit. You've gotten very slow. It's just toxic masculinity fest. You remember when the Warriors, this gang came into town, and you gave them the little hot treat with the sticky fire?
Oh, yes. Yes.
It smelled like barbecue for weeks in the alleys. Could I maybe get some of this for a quick experiment I need to run with new, exciting startup I have attached myself to?
And what are you willing to pay for it?
I have coins. I know that money still spins.
All right. Because you're a friend, I'll give it to you for 1 coin. But I may need a favor from you later on. So you'll be up for a bit of extra work later on, wouldn't you?
Of course. You know the work I specialize in. Here's coin. I not haggle with friend. Yes.
All right. So you owe Chael a favor. But you get I guess a sticky bomb kind of thing.
I just basically want to napalm the tunnel before we go in it.
Okay.
Shit that's going to burn wet. Yeah,
that's fine. All right. So, but to figure out the best place in the tunnel and make sure it's going to hit that thing, that would probably be a hunt check if somebody wants to make. Because you're literally hunting a monster. You have the weapon to kill it. You just need to get it, near the target, if that makes sense. So, do you have hunt as a command, or is it not
me
action? Yeah.
No,
okay.
I do not.
Adjunct question: do any of us have hunt?
I do not.
Okay.
No.
Well, you can skirmish it, but that means you're like, "Hey, monster, where are you?" and throwing it in its face.
Okay.
Fine. It's Flake.
Sounds like a Flake idea.
So
okay.
Or could there possibly be a finesse roll to try to tinker something to create a trap that it'll wander into and possibly bind it while we get past?
You don't have a workshop anymore for this week.
Also, that would mean knowing where it's at, which would mean a hunt roll, which we don't have. So.
Fair enough.
I just imagine after Vimes opens and sees a tentacle flurry about, Flake has already gotten a giant Molotov for reasons and just, yes, there it is, and just jumps in. I don't know. Like, seconds later. I
would say it's risky. Yeah, no, that was a 0 point flashback to have it. It was just unrelated. He's like, oh, well, this is convenient.
I just
If
got
ghost
giant
Molotovs,
Molotovs.
why not regular Molotovs?
Yeah. So go ahead, skirmish check. This is risky. Pretty straightforward. You're gonna get hurt if you don't get a full success.
Okay.
If you people can throw in, anybody can try and assist if they want, if they can think of a reason. But
Holding lanterns would be good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to spend more stress for extra dice.
Yeah, there's also Devil's Bargain again.
No, I'm good. I spent one for an extra die, and then I'm going to spend one on not to be trifled with.
Okay, yeah, that'll definitely give you. With that you don't get a bonus die, but you would get bonus effect. So
okay, I'll do that.
I'll throw one in for you. I will tell you what I saw of it in the brief seconds I ran screaming away.
Okay.
So yeah, skirmish plus Molotov is a weapon or a tool, right?
Yeah.
So that would be 3. Then I spent 2 to get 1, and then I got an assist. So that's 5D.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, with additional effect. So try. I got a 6 and 3 5s and a 1.
Well, a 6 is a full success. So, good job. I mean, as long as if you get a 6, you get a 6. That's period. Like, it's not critical, but like, it's a full success.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, you kill the shit out of it. Whatever the fuck it was, it's just a bunch of squirming, squamous tentacles and
now it's
foul
on
smell.
fire.
And now it's on fire, and it's liquid fire that sticks to it, and it's screams into the dark. You don't
crawl out of the manhole cover, like
yeah.
covered in its tentacles. I would give minutes. Smell will linger. Maybe wait air out a bit before we go.
Yeah. All right.
I like this plan, though. I could kill man in sewers in dark, where he is very afraid. This is good. Good planning. Right. You're very smart people I work with. I'm proud to be employed here.
Mm-hmm. All right. So you all go into the sewers, into the secret routes, and let's see here. Someone give me a study check or a survey check to figure out the best route.
Okay.
This would be risky, though. Actually, no, I'd say it's controlled.
Okay.
I have either of those. Does anybody have more than 1 dot in any of them? Who's good at it?
I don't.
I just have 1 study, but I can assist, so.
Okay. Well, and then let's compare. I have 2 stress so far. Like, whoever has the least should take. Whoever has less stress should assist. Yeah. So Birk, if you've got 5 stress, you should lead, and I'll take 1 off to help, and maybe Aaron can too.
Okay. I have a lot of stress in there, so unless I can do 1 more. I can do 1 more help. So.
All right. This is risky because it's just
okay.
Going.
So 2 assists.
Yeah. Okay. So basically, you're mapping out these secret routes to figure out where they're gonna where the optimal ambush location is, or where your tunnel intersects with theirs.
Okay, got a 6.
Okay. With a 6, you map it out so you know where their tunnel is, and there are various spots you could like where they intersect. There's basically there's 2 options. One is a small tunnel that you have to crawl through, and that directly connects to it. And the other one, there is a thin wall that is not load bearing that you can knock out, and then you'd have full size to get through. But so you could carefully disassemble the wall brick by brick, or you could sledgehammer it pretty quickly if you want to do like the blitzkrieg kind of ambush. So I know what Flake would. So you have stealthy options, you have direct options, you have patient options. So, but yeah, those are the 2 ways to intersect that tunnel to get to it. So when their next show is going to be. Yeah. What do you all want to do? Like, what's your plan going to be?
Okay, so if the overall goal is to fuck with their stuff, then going loud is pretty much a bad option, right?
That's what I was thinking, yeah.
Okay.
So we pretty much want to use the patient option and just do a quarterback sneak and get like Audra into the wagon so she can fuck all their stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there's a vent, basically like a vent size access, so you can all crawl through that. So you don't even have to open up the wall. But yeah, do you want to wait before? Do you want to go before the show and go to their hideout and fuck with the wagon there, or do you want to wait until they move it to the warehouse and fuck with it right before the show?
That is going to be harder when it's in transit, right?
Fucking with it subtly is going to be harder to do while it's in transit. Yeah, but you have access to the wagon before the show and right before. Well, you know, when it's at the hideout or when it's at the warehouse.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Granted, it's harder, but it also seems like, you know, if we get the job done, you know, in the proximal sense, if we fucked with it back wherever they're storing it, there's a chance someone would see it. But if it's a matter of it's in transit, they're less likely to check it after it gets there and discover it, at least in my way of thinking.
Okay.
Yeah, you could try and the thing is the path isn't the tunnel between the wagon and between their hideout and the warehouse isn't super long. It probably takes some 20-30 minutes to push the cart
What comes
through.
first, the sneaky part or the wall that could be broken down?
I would say I'll just make a luck roll. 1 through 3, it's going to be the sneaky one, and then nope, the brick wall comes first.
Okay.
But the path is 20 to 30 minutes to push the cart through and pull it up into the warehouse or get it into the warehouse. But it's also not a super wide tunnel, and people are going to be around the cart the entire time. So unless you cause them to have to stop, and wait, there's not going to be really opportunity to do that unless you fucking.
How far away
you don't
are
know
they from each other?
Well,
couple miles,
The 2 points.
Yeah. So you say 1.5 miles. Yeah.
we do have a certain quantity of dead squamous squid stuff that we could just, you know, dump out as a roadblock.
Actually, not even 1.5 miles, like a couple thousand feet. It's just slow going because it's a tunnel. So
Well, I mean, it's fine. It's just if it goes bad during the quiet part,
Mhm.
whoever's down there is pretty fucked.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, the counter is like I would just measure it as a matter of risk reward. Like, there's less chance for discovery if we manage to pull it off in transit, but it is intrinsically harder to do. If we think it's so much intrinsically harder to do as to make it non-viable, then yeah, let's do the viable option.
Yeah, stealth is going to be really hard to do in transit, unless you think of something really clever. Stealth is going to be a lot harder to do a lot easier to do at the hideout or at the warehouse. Of course, now you have backstage access to the warehouse, so you could be waiting at the warehouse for them to show up and then sabotage.
It's in a sewer, right?
Yeah.
Are there grates up top?
Not in this part of the sewer. It's pretty.
But like
far
anywhere
below.
on the routes?
I would say, okay, there is a sewer grade access. One. Yeah.
And so like you would be passing beneath it on the single route to the warehouse where they need to go?
Sure.
They couldn't like take a detour or anything?
It would be slower if they took a detour. Like,
do we know any businesses that have a lot of shit? I mean, it's a Victorian. The shit's basically the economy. Could we contact anyone just to dump a shit ton of waste through that sewer grate, make them stop as it's happening, and then sneak in that way? Like if you're emptying the stables into the fucking sewer and they don't want shit thrown directly on their heads,
yeah,
you could pause them in the tunnel.
You could, but that would be highly suspicious, especially now since you've already alerted them.
Okay.
I would say, yeah, you could do that.
I don't know what to do. I'm just trying to help.
I mean, all that approach would work, but like they're already suspicious, so they would get more suspicious because they haven't encountered that recently. So like,
okay.
Yeah, does that make sense?
Yeah.
So yeah, you can still sneak and sabotage it. You can do it at their hideout, or you could go to wait until right before the show and sabotage it there. Obviously, there's complications and guards and shit, but those are things you can overcome. Or you could change your plan and ambush them on transit. But you can't really sabotage it while it's in transit unless you think of a way to distract them. I mean, you could always have a ghost appear. Like, ghosts are common and like people have to deal with that shit. Yeah. So, but yeah, you have an access point.
We could just kill him in transit and pretend to be the people delivering it.
Yeah, you could.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, so the doctor's not going through the sewer?
You don't know. You haven't watched them. You found the tunnel, but you haven't like waited for them to do a show. You could make that the next part of your plan. Just watch them and see who goes.
But we already talked up the next show as being the fun one.
Yeah, that's true. So you could take a risk, or you could lure the doctor away to make sure, or the Sawtooth away to make sure that he is not in the sewer with them. Like, get to the warehouse early. There'll be a reward for you.
At this point, my vote is for literally any plan.
Okay.
Someone could pretend to be like from the newspaper and try and schedule an interview with the doctor before the next show. That way we can take some of his time up to make sure he won't be with the convoy or whatever in transit.
Yeah, there you go. See?
I can certainly do that.
All right, so Vimes, go ahead and
then we're going loud in the tunnel.
Yeah.
With disguises. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay,
All right.
so I am going to pre-prep disguises for the rest of the team, and then I am going to make myself up as a newspaper reporter and drop a note to Dr. Sawtooth that, I want to do a special feature on him for the Duskvol, I don't know.
Yeah, we know how frog pounds or whatever they are dressed, right?
The Fog Hounds.
Yep,
yes.
Yep. That's what I said.
Yeah, you do.
Okay.
It's a pretty distinctive decor or attire, sorry. So Vimes, I'll let this be one sway check to convince him to show up and then to delay him. So this is going to be risky though, because he is on guard. Yeah.
All right. So already in the earlier bits of this, I committed myself to load for fine clothes and jewelry, fine disguise kit, and documents. So
okay. Yeah.
I'm thinking I should be able to pull some sort of a materials die out.
Yeah. I'll give you 1 for materials. Yeah.
Okay. So that puts me on 3 total, and I'm going to self-stress to get on up there.
Mm-hmm.
Or, I mean, if you've got a devil's bargain, like...
Devil's bargain. Okay, yeah, devil's bargain is going to be he will buy it if you take a sample with him of his healing powders.
Yes! Oh, yes, I love it. Oh,
do
so
ghost
good.
drugs about it.
Yeah, 2 ghost drugs about it. So go ahead.
So this is Fear and Loathing in Duskvol.
Yeah, essentially. How much stress
so
do you have?
I'm rolling 4D, and I got a 5.
Okay, so you're working, but you realize in order to keep him fully you're going to have to really indulge and really get him. Of course, he's a hardcore ghost cocaine user, so ecto coke, ecto powders. Yeah, there's a lot of different drugs in Blaze in the Dark. So
we were out in the Deadlands, just past the huge electroplasmic wall when the drugs took hold.
How much stress do you have left?
Sorry, I need to get back to my sheet. I have 5 notches open. I am on 3.
Well, you take 4 more stress as you have to hit a boy. You're in order to keep him from getting bored and wandering away. You're just gonna have to keep entertaining him. So you keep making up stories about the city itself and just being really excited, being really interested about it. And you feel really healed. You feel really healed of all your.
You can't stop here. This is Leviathan territory.
Exactly. So 4 more stress on you. But you're keeping them distracted. So the rest of the crew, you're going to blitzkrieg it. Are you just going to Kool-Aid man your way through the wall, and then are you going to be waiting in ambush in the tunnel and waiting for them to pass by? Or
Kool-Aid man.
Kool-Aid man.
Yeah, I do have wrecking tools, and I can set up charges for that.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Well,
does that just give you an extra die?
If I do the fine one, it gives me 2 extra dice, I believe.
I'll give you 2 choices. You can either use Salvage's Tinker check, or Flake's wrecking check for this?
Well, since I would wreck that, would that be on my wrecking check instead?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Check.
You have a wreck check? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Sure.
So go get it.
All right.
Before we start, what is everyone armed with?
I got a little palm pistol.
This is good. The ghost lady.
I mean, I haven't really. I guess I have a blade or two.
That's good. Little man at wall. What Salvage? What are you? What are you doing?
I have my bandolier, my tools, and a pistol.
Oh, good pistols. Stay behind me. I may need to take supplement for upcoming physical exertion, if you know what I mean. Just stay behind, out of view.
You want me to inject you with something?
No, I have it to inject myself. Just stay out of peripheral if is necessary.
Oh, okay. You're telling me you're not going to differentiate between who's friend and who's pace under your foot?
Yes, I suppose that.
Okay, so I'll take that.
Okay. All right. Give me your wrecking check there.
Right.
This is definitely risky.
Yay, fine tools.
Someone should throw smoke bombs too. Oh, we got them.
I got 2 6s.
Jesus. All right.
Should have been using my
we
dice the entire time.
Yeah. So the wall goes down with an explosion.
Rainbow Six, Victorian era. Right,
yeah,
cool.
Rainbow Six, Dishonored. Flake, do you want to describe how you barrel through there and deal with the 3 foghounds pushing the cart forward?
So the wall comes shattering in with dust. Then there's more smoke that goes out. And then Flake just comes out of the fog with spiked hands and knuckle dusters just swinging. So just shock and stupor and concussion into being mauled by a large gorilla with eczema.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's not, with 2 6s, there's not really, all 3 were stunned long enough for Flake to just execute them, essentially. Like there's no fight. The surprise was total. And perfectly charged. The card itself is unharmed. Total victory. It finishes in seconds. It's startling how perfectly the operation was executed.
Very good.
So the remainder of the gang steps out to see the 3 mutilated bodies. The smell of blood and explosives lingers in the air. You have a magic cart to mess with, Audra.
Oh yeah, do this.
Okay.
So are we going to proceed and try and defame Sawtooth?
Yes.
Okay. Was there any coin in the cart?
I would say the 3 gang members had 1 coin between them all. Then there's the potion.
I give it to Salvage.
Okay.
Okay. So thank you.
Very good. Mini bricks. Much shrapnel. Yes.
Well, I need this to repair the workshop because it's still kind of, residual dream smoked.
Mm.
All right. Yeah.
Okay, so can I take my time to kind of read the runes and actually see what they're doing?
Well, I think, didn't you get a critical to read them earlier?
But you keep saying that I don't actually know what they do.
Okay. It's to contain, I would say now that you can study them a little more, you see references to temporal magic. But you'd have to open it up to study the artifact inside.
I do love a crunchy temper. That's fine. I agree with Flake that you don't really need to know what it does to I just want to sabotage it. So ideally it just kills him when he tries to cast.
Okay.
That's like ideally. I just wanted his scanners. I just want his head to explode in front of everybody.
Okay.
The first time he tries to kill somebody.
Yeah, don't you have some like ectoplasm vials as like your standard gear? Yeah, okay. Well, yeah, you can just basically make the equivalent of a magical time bomb or like a remote explode detonate whenever magic activates. You just it just creates an overwhelming charge centered on the person who is activating it.
Yeah, just make the runes the cell phone call that sets it off.
Okay, so you don't know what the artifact does, but you don't have to. Like,
I don't give a shit. I just want whenever he casts whatever this shit is,
okay,
he pops.
Yeah, well, with the ectoplasm vial, you can do that. So go ahead, and this is a risky attune check.
Okay, and I get a die from the vials.
No, they're the things that's giving you the effect. So without that, you would not get that lethal effect. It would just be a stun. So,
well, I will at least, unless spend 2 for a die then. At least because, you're working with ghost bombs. It's stressful.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Yep. Does anybody else want to assist?
Not really my field.
That's fine.
I only have 1 stress left, so I'm trying.
Save it in case we need it.
Okay.
Yeah.
You could Devil's Bargain, of course.
I thought about it.
Yeah.
So I'm going to Devil's Bargain. I want to start a clock. You don't have to tell me how long it is.
Mm-hmm.
To be cursed by the artifact.
Okay.
Nice.
All right.
That's 4. Okay.
I like that. All right. You got a 4?
No. Sorry, that's 4 dice.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead.
Does any 6 beyond the first 2 count? Because
doubles is critical successes.
Yeah. No, it's just critical.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I got 3. Damn. Okay.
666.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, no, that's my curse.
Yeah. I'll give you the effect for free. You realize, you are the artifact temporarily unages a person. It only affects them while the artifact is active, so it's not actually immortality, but it like makes a person younger. But like it also reverses but that not just in generic, but like specifically, like how were you 6 months ago? So with all these additional effects, the plague doctor Sawtooth is able to fine tune it to basically like, I'll just reverse time to when you were healthy. So you realized if you had fucked this up, you would have just started unaging yourself until you removed the curse or like just disappeared. So that would have been bad. But you didn't, because you got a 6. You got a full success.
You got a critical.
You got a critical success. So nice. You can't. You have to leave it in there in order to keep the bomb active. But as soon as he activates it, he's going to scanner himself.
Perfect.
Yeah. So
we got a show to watch, kids.
Yeah. All right. So your plan works. I mean, like you push the card in, using the remnants of what's left of the remaining gang in your own disguises. You're able to put the push the card in, and they don't really question you because you're just the hired help. You're just the gang members. They don't really they're only a tier 1 gang. They're not that paranoid. Vimes, you're in the crowd watching because you're just riding a ghost cocaine addiction high. So you're gonna have a real bad time when the climax of the show happens, probably. So unless you try and sneak out before the climax, so are you gonna stick around or are you gonna get going?
I should probably check out. Yeah.
I assume the rest of you are just getting the fuck out, or are you gonna want to watch what your handiwork?
Oh, I really want to watch.
Okay, so you have time.
Can I talk to Salty?
Yeah.
Boss.
Yes.
You are good with words. You should say something after the festivities are concluded.
What do you have in mind?
What is the point of fearing something if you do not know that which you fear? There can be no changes in behavior, no learned outcomes if they do not know that which is taught the lesson. Perhaps they lay a claim to our work.
Okay, I will do so.
It's just suggestion. I just say so. I mainly want to watch men die horrible death.
All right. So Yeah, the show proceeds the way you know as we've described before, with the warm up acts and the giving people placebos and drugs essentially. But then we get to the actual crippled person, the actual very ill person being brought on stage to be healed. And then Sawtooth, no, what's Oda? And there's a shockwave of blue energy just that erupts. So it's almost like his head is the center of a small nuclear explosion, only it's all blue. And the crowd in the first row is knocked back, knocked onto their asses.
The Gallagher effect.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
It's
not even chunky. It's a fine mist, and it's like a bit. It stings a little bit when it touched because it's like it's electrified or charged with energy.
That's why you should
I'm
try to
just,
blue yourself.
Yeah,
I'm just sipping my grog and eating my corn dog and watching.
yeah, corn dogs, the national treat of Duskvol.
Oh God.
Yeah. So the crowd, everyone is just utterly stunned by this. So Salty, you climb on stage quickly. You realize you could use this to you remember your goal is to seize this territory.
Is the cart safe to steal as long as I'm not attuning to it?
You can grab the cart itself. Yeah, you don't know what kind of damage this has done to the artifact itself.
All right. Well, no, I go up on stage with him. I don't say anything. I'm just taking the cart.
Okay.
This is ours now. Taking it off stage.
Okay. Salty, what are you going to say to the crowd?
This man's tricks and magics couldn't cure blindness.
All right. Go ahead and give me a sway check.
I will assist.
Control. Yeah, big scary man.
I got a 5.
All right. So with that, the people realize it's it's the blind eyes, and the fog, the foghounds clear out as they don't want to deal with a gang that has done whatever. Everyone is stunned by it. So you have successfully claimed this area as part of your
routes.
Yeah, the secret routes. So that is now part of your territory, but you don't get any effects out of it. So there's the people. It's a sort of an orderly. People aren't panicked. Nobody drops their shit. So and the foghounds certainly don't like you. Yeah, they're going to be at a -2 for you now. Yeah, -2 status with foghounds. But yeah, you get that.
Allies.
Yeah, but you don't get any money from it. But you can try and sell the cart and the remnants of the drugs for some coin. So yeah, if you want to disarm the artifact and study it, that would be a controlled attune check to see if the artifact to try and salvage the artifact. If Audra wants to do that.
If Birk's still there.
Birk?
Yeah.
Do you want to try and so you don't know what the explosion did to the artifact?
Mm-hmm.
So you can try and like salvage it with a controlled attune check.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to do. Okay. So I don't have enough stress to give myself a die here, but let's try.
I can give you one.
Yay, thank you. Roll. I got a 6.
Okay, yeah. You can sell it. I would say there are some, Lord Skurlock is definitely looking for this kind of thing. He would pay you, let's see how much he would pay you for. He would pay you 6 coin for that.
Whew. Does that also get us like
the what?
How much for the drugs?
The drugs, that would be, I would say you can get another 2 coin from that.
8 coin ain't bad.
8 coin ain't bad. In addition to the coin, do we get any sort of like rep or other?
If you sell it to Skurlock, you get +1 status with him.
Okay.
You're already at +1 with him.
Yeah. But I just trying to build up a reputation as people who can obtain these types of weird things for them.
Yeah, this would definitely play into your reputation.
Okay. If anybody else has any other ideas, that's fine. Otherwise, we'll just sell them.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, sounds good.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Great.
So, Lord Skurlock is apparently very interested in these kind of artifacts. He's definitely not a vampire, whatever you think about him. So,
cool, even if he is.
Yeah. But no, he's not, because vampires are illegal and would be hunted down.
Of course.
But,
We are so focused on legality here.
Yeah. So you have successfully completed another score, and you have taken down the Sawtooth. Sawtooth is no more. Quite literally, you don't even think he's going to have a ghost at that point, because that probably blew up his soul as well as his body.
Oh yeah,
Should've
that
been playing around with that stuff.
Yeah.
Another question. I killed my dangerous friend because it was Sawtooth the Physiker. Would that count as expressing my beliefs, drives, heritage, or background?
Yeah, you hate doctors. You've made that very abundantly clear.
And I also made sure we did the job on a doctor. So I'm just going to mark 2 for that. Just
okay.
For the murdering and the planning of it. Yeah.
And on mine, since we removed a dangerous object for a person who was obviously harming them, could I mark that off my playbook?
Sure.
So part of my faith. So.
All right. You get another 3 rep for that because it was a higher tier organization. Barely, but it was. Some people know about it. You're still at 1 heat, I believe. I didn't say you raised any heat.
I thought we cleared that during someone's downtime.
You lowered it, but you
lowered it by 1. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We had 2.
But also, as far as anyone knows, we stole a cart from a man whose head mysteriously exploded.
Yeah, I would not have. I would have given you heat as complications, but you guys were in the sewers and secret tunnels, and you talked to Barkers. You didn't really do anything that merited it. I mean, if you have another fight in a brothel, I should probably give you heat for that, but I didn't say it at the time. But yeah, you've been pretty slow. But yeah, everybody, let's see here.
Oh,
the crew has secret routes, and it gained 3 rep, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you're at 6 rep.
6 rep. Okay.
We had, as part of our crew bonus, is advanced training for prowess. Mm-hmm. So when Aaron and I had the desperate finesse checks going on, we would get 2 XP towards prowess, not 1.
Okay. I thought that's only when you use it as a downtime activity. Training is a downtime.
Oh, is that for training specifically?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So yeah, 155. But yeah, good question. Good point. So actually, you do entanglements before you do downtime activities. I would say, gang troubles again. Rival, someone who doesn't like you, is coming back. So I would say the Foghounds are fucked up, but they come back and burn that warehouse down. And of course, you don't need that warehouse, but they blind eyes will soon be dead eyes is scrawled several places all over there. So vandalism and graffiti. So you could just, if you don't hit them back, you'll take -1 rep. And but if you retaliate in some way, you'll definitely be at -3 stats with them. So you'll be at war with them as well.
Okay.
So do you want to take the rep hit, or do you want to hit them back somehow?
What's their main form of income?
Smuggling. They're rival smugglers. They have a ship, a steamship, the Foghound.
We could firebomb their ship.
Well, that's a pretty big escalation. It's going to be pretty well guarded.
We could firebomb the guards too.
Well, that would be an assault. Do you just want to assault?
It's just graffiti. We should be above some things, right?
Gasoline graffiti retaliation.
I mean, you sneak into their territory and graffiti them.
We could call
yeah.
We could put all sorts of clever misinterpretations of their name all over their territory.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
No
you've been
one
doing
fears
this
the
entire
log
game.
sounds.
Exactly, yeah. So that would be basically a prowl or a finesse check, depending on what your approach was. You could, if you parkour around and like go high up, that's finesse. If you're sneaking around, that's prowl. So that would just be a single check out of risky. If you just want to, that would be enough. You don't have to like kill them all. You can just be petty about it. So
I mean, Flake can kill one as a treat.
All right, you have to find just one though. So that would be a study check or a survey check to find one to mug or cripple. So yeah, there you have some options, or you can just take one.
Prowl. Will my climbing tools help me get up, so to speak?
Yeah, I'll let you use that for prowl.
I have a 6.
Okay, yeah, you graffiti them back like with the names. What names do you give them?
Frog pounds.
Dog sounds.
Yeah.
Log
grounds.
Okay.
Just a lot. Just everything.
Yeah.
The problem is I probably misspell a bunch of them, but people get the drift.
All right. Well, you take that out on them, and so you don't lose any rep. So, but they're definitely at a -3 now. So you're at war with two gangs.
We're only at war with 2 rival gangs.
I love how we resorted to like grade school antics to get them back.
All right. So, each of you now you can do downtime activities. Each of you has 2, and you can do the same one more than once. So, we'll just do this per player. So let's see here. Salvage. What are your downtime activities? They are acquire asset, long-term project, recover, reduce heat, train, or indulge vice.
We're going to go ahead and indulge vice so I can get some of the stress down.
Okay.
From this. So from where we were able to, basically I'm going to start going through the rest of my, I'm going to go through the rest of my workshop, basically trying to clean and organize everything, just because at this point I made such a huge mess the last time. I want to make sure that at least is ready the next time, and I can be a little more helpful.
All right, so it's your weakest quality: insight, prowess, or resolve.
Okay.
Which is as we specified earlier, I think 1 die for you.
Okay.
Roll that. And you clear stress equal to that die roll.
All right. That clears off 4.
All right. So, you've taken off 4 stress. You can do that again, but if you clear more stress than you had, then you overindulge. But you can do something else as a downtime activity.
Since I wanted to be able to get a little bit more, finesse, I needed to be able. I realize I'm not as good as I would like to be, so I'd like to train instead.
All right, so you train prowess, and because you have that crew upgrade, you actually gain 2 experience for that on prowess.
Excellent. Cool.
So, whenever you fill up the prowess XP meter, you can...
that's when a dot is added.
Yeah, that's when a dot is added. So that's how that works.
Cool.
So you spend some time parkouring around, and and it's quite helpful.
Sneaking around trying to take somebody else's wallet behind them. It's like, seriously, I don't want the money. I just need the practice.
Yeah.
The best pickpocket grift I've ever heard. This is for a school project. Don't worry about it.
Audra, what downtimes do you want to do?
I was actually going to do the same. I was going to go hit up the veil.
What's your vice again?
Pleasure. I just go, there's a bar. There's like a club in the
drown your
market.
sorrows and booze.
No, ghost cocaine.
You can get high off the rest of the smoke bombs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just snorting smoke bombs in the veil with my friend.
Okay. Good time. So again, if you have more than 1 die in your weakest quality, then you just roll them and pick the highest one.
No, I'm also a 1 die.
Okay. All right.
Clear. And I also wanted to train, so I'm just going to set up like a Rocky 4 training montage.
Okay.
In my
you
library.
You get 2 XP from that. But go ahead and roll. Is there a chance for you to overindulge?
No.
Okay. Well, you recover. How much stress do you recover?
5.
Yeah, that's pretty good. All right. Let's see here. Vimes. What about you?
Yep, we're going to indulge vice.
All right, what's your vice?
My vice is luxury, so I am going to buy myself some new clothes and some new appointments for the grotto. And I rolled already, got me 4.
What are you going to do for your second activity?
I think I am going to... What's our heat at?
1.
Well, we'll just leave that be then.
Okay.
I will train prowess as well.
Okay. 2 XP. Let's see here. Salty.
I think I'll train.
Okay.
Now, how does that work again?
You just get, what are you going to train? Are you going to train prowess or are you going to train something else?
I'd like to train study.
Study is insight. So you mark 1 XP on that, on the insight thing. Okay. Now, all the experience you get, I think you can mark your playbook XP, you can mark on insight as well. So you could try and max that out. So, all right. So that's your first activity is you study and try and, get smart. But what are you going to do as your second downtime activity? Now, if you ignore your vice, let's see here. Oh, you don't have any traumas yet, so you can ignore your vice. So, yeah.
I can ignore my vice?
Yeah, basically, if you have a trauma or one or more traumas and you don't do at least one activity as indulging your vice, you take stress equal to the number of traumas you have. So,
but I can study again, right?
Insight. You could just get 2 XP.
Trying to get smarter.
Yeah.
Book learning.
Yeah. So that's 2 XP for you. Plus, if you all the playbook stuff that you were in the session, you could put that all into insight and
cool. Cool, will do.
Yeah, I believe so. But
yeah,
finally, Flake
playbook. Right?
Yeah. Flake.
Do you heal any at all naturally, or do you always have to do that recover action?
I think you have to do the recovery.
All right, I do the recover action.
Okay. Go ahead. Who are you having heal you?
Like a witch, just not a doctor.
Okay. I would say they have one die in it. So I'll go ahead and roll for that.
I think there's a healing section.
It's on page 155. I rolled for it. You get 2 segments on your healing clock.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm healed again.
All right. Thank God.
And my other thing will be to indulge my vice.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your d6.
And I got a 5, so I remove
5 stress.
5?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that doesn't overindulge you, does it?
No. I was almost at a trauma again.
Yep. All right. Well, that ends that first of your heists. Your second heist, but you did it.
Yay!
You have some territory now. You have some secret routes you can use. So, yeah. Let's see here. And you also have 2 gangs that really fucking hate you.
I guess we all get 1 coin, and another 3 goes in the crew bank. What can we spend money with it as a crew?
You use it to pay for upgrades. Like once you get enough rep, I think you have to also have coin. So I think you have a total of 5 coins right now for your crew.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
With the additional 3?
Yeah, with the additional 3.
Okay.
Crew.
And how much more rep do we need?
Wait. Sorry, Birk. What do you have it as?
6. I have 3 marked off from last session in our.
Okay, yeah, that's right. Sorry. Yeah, so you have 6 total in your crew treasury, and you can use it. You can use it for certain spins during the games, but like a lot of advances for your crew require coin as well, like to upgrade your tier rating and your cohort and shit like that.
Yeah, we need more. We need more people in the cohort.
Yep. Mm-hmm. You need to upgrade your crew tier as well. So, there's a lot of upgrades to get, but you've gotten, you're almost like probably next session you'll be able to advance your crew, I think.
Yeah, we're 2 XP away from a crew advance.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
But you can spend between this session and next session to figure out what you want to do as your next heist, but this was a good one. You're getting a sense. So questions, comments, suggestions, you guys enjoy the game?
Yeah.
Much fun.
That's fun.
Yeah. Cool.
What did his head? so I'm fine.
We'll figure out scheduling after we finish recording. But this has been the second session of the Blind Eyes. As the crew rises in power and stature slowly, will they survive, or will their enemies dogpile them? And how high will they rise?
How many minutes and sideshows can we destroy?
Yeah, exactly. Find out in the next episode, or well, maybe not the next. They'll probably survive the next episode. But yeah. All right, we'll talk to you all later. Bye.
Bye.